let's have a look at compounds and the categories of compounds. So a compound is a chemical that's made from two or more types of atoms, or different types of atoms. So we've got an example. We've got sodium with chlorine. Now that's a compound because it has sodium and chlorine as different types of atoms in there. On the other hand, oxygen and sulfur are not compounds because they contain only one type of atom. So oxygen and sulfur would both be molecules, but because they contain only one type of atom, they're not compounds. Now the formula for a compound is always the same. So if we're representing sodium chloride or table salt, it's always NaCl. We never represent it as Na2Cl because that's a different type of compound. Similarly, we don't make it NaCl2 because once again that's a different type of compound. So this formula, and we've got H2O, which is water, tells us how many atoms there are and what type of atom. And this ratio between the atoms never changes. So that chemical formula is always consistent for our compounds. Now we have two broad categories of compounds. We've got one that's called our electrolytes, and we have another called our non-electrolytes. If we dissolve our electrolytes in water, they're good conductors of electricity. On the other hand, if we dissolve our non-conductors in water, they will not conduct electricity. Our electrolytes are made of metals and non-metals, and our non-electrolytes are made of non-metals bonding with non-metals. So as an example, sodium chloride for our electrolyte and our sugar for our non-electrolyte. So we call our electrolytes ionic compounds and we call our non-electrolytes covalent compounds.